What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Taco Tuesday's in the book. Tomorrow is hump day. This week is flying the hell by, and I am not, I got so much to do. So much to do. Tomorrow I got to go down the country and spend the night down there, do some work, and get my ass back and get ready for this trip. Wow. Wow. So, my quarterback, my teammate, Dak Prescott. Before I get on to Dak, it's really amazing how they truly cherry pick statistics and numbers to make somebody sound bad. I always when I start my live streams, I'll get about 5-minute clip of one of the ESPN shows, be it Colin Cowherd or Rich Eisen, or sometimes Skip and Shannon and things, and just play a little bit of it to start out with. Usually I don't listen to it before the show. I just play it during the intro of the show. I finish getting everything going and checking everything, the sound levels and stuff. But more and more I'm hearing things that are complete bullshit. I talked about a couple of nights ago that they said the Cowboys were 7-3 under Mike McCarthy against winning teams. But I was like, wait a minute, last year alone, this past season, I understand the year before, I don't know that you can judge Mike McCarthy in a COVID year, his first year where he lost his quarterback. But they said he was 7-3 against winning teams. And I was like, wait a minute. We beat the Chargers, that was a winning team. We beat New England, that was a winning team. We beat New Orleans. That was a winning team. I know people don't want to say the Eagles were a winning team, but we beat them twice. So that's 5 wins last year against teams with a winning record. So, how are they saying we only had 3? And I'm like, that's wrong. What was the other one yesterday? There was another one yesterday. And then tonight, they were talking about Zeke Elliott. Now, this one wasn't a lie, but it was made to sound like Zeke is terrible. Because what they said was, the last 2 years, Zeke Elliott has had more fumbles in the last 2 years than he had the rest of his career. And you listen to that, and that's like, wow, he's got a bad fumbling problem now over the last 2 years, which is a true statement. He had 1 fumble 1 year, 1 fumble another year, then he had 2 fumbles, and then he had 1 fumble, then he had 5 in 2020. But the interesting thing is he only had 1 last year, which is a career low. That ties his career low, 1 fumble. But the way they bring it to you is like, oh, Zeke Elliott the last 2 years has had more fumbles than he had the rest of his career, which is a true statement, but it's not really true because he had 1 year where he fumbled the football, which he came off of COVID. You see what I'm saying right there? So he had that year, he corrected it. Instead of saying, oh, he had more, it's really like, well, he turned it around because he did fumble a lot in 2020, but he only had 1 in 2021. That's a big difference. And see, it's those subtleties of things that they do with the Dallas Cowboys to try and say the Cowboys are trash. Now, I guarantee you, there were a lot of running backs out there that had a lot more fumbles than Zeke Elliott. In fact, I'm going to look it up. Because Zeke Elliott's fumbling problem last year was not a problem. Now, you can say that, second half of the season, he averaged about 3.7 yards a carry. As opposed to the 4.7, he was averaging first half of the season. Forgive me, it's been a long day. I've been trying to get all this stuff done and on. So it's the deception and bullshit that they put on you with Cowboy fans to basically try and get us at each other's throat. Because it turns around, we fight each other because we say Dak is trash or Zeke is trash, he's over the hill. It's bullshit. They're kicking back and laughing at us because we're sitting there infighting and stuff instead of fighting them. But Dak seems to be coming along pretty good with his new receivers. Tolbert was working on the sidelines there, I guess, for one of the practices and stuff. Dak said he's back on the field. And then he's basically said that Tolbert, don't quote me on it, but Tolbert basically is always asking questions. He's watching the film. He's like a sponge trying to learn everything. And Dak seems to definitely believe in him and is excited to have him. And the fact that Dak had the opportunity to talk to him before he was drafted to get a feel for him is a good thing. I think now that Dak is, the big contract and truly entrenched with the Dallas Cowboys, and I know some people, no matter what will happen, will never be a fan of Dak Prescott, and that's just the way it is, and so on. But as I look around the landscape here, I look at it and say, whose quarterback situation would you like to have better? The Cowboys or the Giants? The Cowboys or the Eagles? The Cowboys or Washington? Hands down, Dak Prescott. That's the one I want. But hey, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll who's headed to Texas. And wow. Looking at the weather report. The weather report for Dallas. It's hot. It's real hot in Texas right now. Or it will be next week. I think basically next week, almost every day we're there, it's over 100. I think one day it's supposed to be 106. That's too hot. I don't like to be hot. I think like 74, 78 at night, but damn. And I know y'all are saying, it's a dry heat. Okay. I am used to the heat and humidity, but damn, not that much. But it's all for a good cause. I just wish that Stewart was still here. But let me say thank you to everybody who has sent condolences, has sent prayers, have donated to the GoFundMe, done super chats, people that have volunteered to help, people that are doing work. We really are a community here. We really are a family. And when I look at everything that's transpiring around us, between the tribalism, between the road rage, between the shootings, that it gives me hope that maybe on a small scale, what we're doing is something that maybe we all can do on a bigger scale. So, with that being said, I am going to finish this video. I got to go up to the workshop because the machine is still upstairs carving out pieces, and turn that off, and I'm going to get up about 5 in the morning to get ready to get out of here. I need to put a coat on everything before I go and get everything packed up that I need for the road. And I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I will, God willing, see you in the morning. Remember, tell somebody you love them. You might not get the chance again.